It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Asda are doing great things at the moment in the world of craft beer. I think personally they have cans out for £2.50 a can, and if you buy three, you get, or if you buy 2 cans, you get the third free. So it's 3 for 2. So it's working out at about, if it's £2.50 a can and you get 3 for 2, it's coming in at £1.77 a can. That's my maths. My maths might be wrong. I don't use phone calculators or calculate. I try and work this out in my head. So about £1.77 per can if you buy these in Asda on a 3 for 2 deal at £2.50 a can. And they're always changing the beers up. One of the last remaining supermarkets that are bringing beers out all of the time. This is by Salt Beer Factory, based in Saltaire, Yorkshire. 5% ABV. It's their single hop series, and this is their Centennial edition. I love Centennial, one of the classic hops. It really is. One of those kind of early craft beer hops that come from America. So they've done lots of these single hop cans in Asda. It seems to be an Asda exclusive. We've had Mosaic, I think we've had Chinook, we've had Simcoe, I believe. Now it's time for the Centennial. So without further ado then, let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. I like their motto as well, craft mastery, down to earth delivery. Yeah. I hear it all the time. I hear why people choose not to get involved with craft beer, or they were involved with craft beer and they've been put off. They've been put off by the sort of how can I put this gently? Because I know there's people here watching who, you know, I'm not pointing any fingers at anybody, by the way. I'm just telling you what I hear within the industry, and that's a little bit of kind of like, it's for how can I put this? I'm trying to word it gently. I'm sure there's loads of comments coming through in the comments box right now about this specific subject. Let's just say that Salt Beer Factory consider themselves down-to-earth people, and we'll leave it there. I think that's the best thing to do. I'm sure there's a million comments coming through now of, you know, oh yes, the reason why I left the craft beer industry is duh, 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 duh. We got a 1 finger white head on the beer. Good levels of carbonation in the glass. It's hazy, it's kind of straw coloured. It looks great. It looks absolutely great. Let's get the aroma on the beer then. Oh yeah. Juicy, juicy. Grapefruit, lemon. A nice tropical nature to the beer. But that kind of West Coast pale ale type. We're seeing the re-emergence of West Coast beers. Grapefruit, orange peel. Let's get in. Cheers, everybody. Oh. Yes. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows, what a beer. Oh, it's magnificent. And it's great value for money as well. Great value. Look at the carbonation in that glass. As I rock the beer back and forth, look at that carbonation chasing the head of the glass. Look how fantastic, absolutely fantastic that looks. It looks good, it smells good. It tastes out of this world. but I've always been a fan. I've always been a fan of that kind of more pithy, more citrusy, more bitter on the back end beer. This isn't massively bitter on the back end, but it certainly has that kind of West Coast Pale Ale bite. So this is, for me, moving away from, it's still hazy. You can see here, it's still a hazy looking beer, but it's moving away from that kind of more soft, slightly boring. New England IPA, for me, I find it really quite boring these days because it's just dominated the beer world for such a long time, and I just find that a bit samey, a bit boring, especially if you've drunk as many of them as I have. And it's quite refreshing to see a beer that is kind of harking back to what was very popular a decade ago. A decade ago, West Coast, what are we talking now, 2025? Actually, it was the beginning of all this New England IPA was happening in 2015. So more than a decade ago now, probably 13, 14 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, West Coasts were dominating the beer scene. It was that lovely, juicy, drinkable beer with as we have here, with some nice kind of light malts coming on over here with the sweetness, and then some absolutely fantastic bitterness over here. So great balance of the beer. Sweetness over here, bitterness over here, great balance. A really enjoyable balance as well. This is just a great beer for me. I really do like the Centennial hop. It's just my cup of tea. The hops that I really got to know and got to love craft beer with were Centennial, Chinook, Citra maybe. Citra was quite early coming through, and the other one was Cascade. I remember, to be honest with you, it was the same brewery. It was a company called Saltaire Brewery. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is the same. I'm sure Saltaire is still going. I'm pretty sure Salt Beer Company are the same company. But they had a beer early on in their craft beer journey called Saltaire Brewery's Cascade. And I remember reviewing that beer. Have a look on YouTube. Have a look at my Saltaire Brewery Cascade review. Have a look at my eyes lighting up with the, Cascade for me was that very early hop that I loved. It was just that kind of moving away from best bitters and lagers and getting to know craft beer. And I got to know craft beer with these hops: Chinook, Centennial, Cascade, Simcoe. This is my bread and butter, if you like. And this is a good one. I'm going to rate it. It looks good. It smells good. It tastes good. When I seen that in Asda, didn't even look at the back of the can. It went straight in my trolley. Straight in my trolley. Another one that went straight in my hot trolley was this. Thornbridge do a great double dry hop version of their beers. This is the Halcyon. This is my the next review, actually. I'm going to be reviewing that next. Yeah, check out, that was another one from Asda. Asda have brought out some new beers recently. I like that enough to give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. I know it might be slightly controversial. I know some of you might be like, oh, well, it's not really worth a 9. But this, for me, this is my kind of style of beer. This is what I like to drink. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I hope you liked the video. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.